Welcome to Book Expo 2011. I'm sitting here with Johnny Tan, author of From My Mama's Kitchen, Food for the Soul, Recipes for the Living. I always have to look that up because I just think it's so special, but for some reason it's not sticking in my mind. Congratulations.
Thank you
on
very
your Mom's
much.
Choice Award, and welcome.
I'm excited to be here and I'm excited to get the award. This has been a tremendous honor for me.
Tell me a little bit about the book. I mean, that's My Mama's Kitchen. I mean, that resonates with me as a mom and my mom who would love to cook. Tell me a little bit about where the story came from, or the book came from, excuse me.
The book is all about the power of unconditional love that my 9 moms gave me in helping me to be successful in my life. And I use the kitchen as the backdrop because that's where we have our wonderful conversations over the years. And of course, the kitchen is also the heart of every home. So I'm the one that feels like we need to emphasize the kitchen from a different twist, a new twist, so to speak, to whereby it is a place in the house that you can build wonderful, loving relationships.
That's neat. Now, you mentioned 9 moms.
Yes.
How does one go about having 9 moms?
I collect them. You know, it's one of those things that, you know, I need 9 moms to straighten me out. Actually, it was very
I could use a couple extra then.
The greatest question, the number one question that someone asked me, it was very interesting. It's like, you have 9 moms? And then the next thing before I could answer it, they say, you know, well, is it a blessing or a curse?
I never thought of it as a curse.
Yeah, you know, it's like, before I could answer it. But the interesting part about it, it's definitely a blessing. I've been very, very fortunate because in the course of my life, I met 9 wonderful women. Of course, the first one is my adopted mom in Malaysia who adopted me at birth. And when I came here to the United States to go to college, I ended up meeting, in the course of living here, I ended up meeting 8 other wonderful women who basically took care of her baby.
That's neat.
Yeah, so it's very wonderful. They became my teachers, my coaches, my counselors, and my mentors. And they helped to show me how to use the power of unconditional love as potent leadership to succeed in life.
Now, clearly they inspired you
Yes.
as an individual. How did you start the journey to move that from a personal lifestyle, so to speak, to a book that you wanted to share?
I started out wanting to write a cookbook to preserve the recipes from my various moms. In the course of wanting to do that, 7 years went by and nothing happened, no inspiration whatsoever. Finally, my then 90-year-old Italian foster mom called me up in January of 2007 and said, Johnny, when are you going to finish the book? I hope you'll finish it before I die. And that was the wake-up call that I needed to have. And so from January to March and April, I started kind of preparing myself to write the book. And in April, I started to schedule 2 hours every evening to just sit down and write. I would meditate and just write down whatever comes to mind. And in the course of doing that, during the drafts, a common theme came up: the power of unconditional love, because that is what that tied all of us together. And so in retrospect, when I was looking back at it, that's the best thing I ever done, because what happened is, had I just sat down and write about food, 3 of my moms would not have been in the book, because I didn't really care for their food recipes at that time.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and so I did the right thing. And I was spiritually inspired to write the book and guided along the way, so I finished it in 9 months, ironically. Once I got going, it was just flowing.
So, did your 90-year-old mom have a chance to read it?
Yes, very much so. She was very excited. She's now 90, she's going to be 94 in August. Yes,
that's so cool.
yes, yeah. And of course, I have 3 of my moms already passed on, but the idea is that having their memories recorded down in the book has just been a humbling experience for me.
Now, what is your favorite part about sharing the book? I mean, is there a specific question that somebody's come back to you and it's like, oh, that's just really special to me?
I think the most memorable experience that I had is in the course of going around to Barnes & Nobles and doing my book signings. I have men coming up to me and said, you know, thank you so much for writing this book, because I actually have about 3 moms, I think. And then one would come up and say, you know, I have 5 moms. And I never really thought about sort of honoring them, because my book is all about honoring moms, and of course also about the wisdom that they have shared with me over the years. So from that perspective, it really connected with the readers. And of course, obviously, women and moms liked my book very much, but to have the men to come in and say, you know, I appreciate you doing that because I think I need to do something.
Now, you said that, you know, the wisdom that they've shared. Is there one universal piece of wisdom that sort of goes through all, you know, that each of the moms individually shared, but
Yes.
it's all one, it comes back to one thing?
One thing is that always remember and respect the past because it is a classroom for lessons learned. Be prepared for the future because it is my destiny, and always live in the now because every moment is a memorable experience.
That's beautiful. It sounds like a mom. What can I say?
That's correct. That's correct.
I am so glad you joined us.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for joining
much.
us, and have a great show. I can't wait
Thank
to
you.
see the lines later.
All right, great. Thank you.
you.